Our next guest came to our attention on the sci-fi cult series Roswell. She was great in that. She's now starring on the CW series Life Unexpected. Here's a look at her in a scene. At her, we should say, Shiri.
Kate. Boyfriend leaving aside, this has all been pretty great lately. Thanks.
Of course. And you probably know this by now. I mean, if you don't, you should. Whatever you need, I'm here.
Please welcome back Shiri Appleby.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, I'm happy to have you here.
Well, thanks.
Well, you've been acting forever since you were a little kid, like 3 years old.
Yeah,
you started.
I started at 3 years old. I started doing commercials and like guest stars. I played everybody as a little kid growing up. Hope on 30-something. I was flashbacks.
I know. I mean, that's just. Do you have memories of that time, or no? Is it just kind of a blur and you remember it?
My very first memory of life was literally on set, sitting like at a long wooden table with 2 lights, like looking in on me, and just thinking it was really magical. And then I remember coming home and watching the TV with my brother and thinking it was live, like thinking that every time that something was on TV, you had to go and shoot it, and thinking that that was too much work.
Oh yeah,
I was like, I don't want to go
funny
every
how
single.
you're...
Yeah, I was like, I couldn't compute like that's taped. So yeah, I've been working since I 3. I made a zillion commercials.
Yeah, we have one. We have the Rice Krispies bar commercial.
My parents' favorite commercial.
Oh, you're
They'll be so
cute
excited.
in this.
Where is it?
Oh, it's gonna be play right here.
It was 2:45, just my Rice Krispies bar and me, sitting in my after-school place, enjoying that Rice Krispies chewy taste. But I knew it couldn't last. Boy, they sure go fast. Now I packed them mean and cruel. Should have brought more to school. Rice Krispies chewy blues.
Oh, so cute. And no wonder it's your parents' favorite commercial, because it's really you frozen at a certain time that they can always just instantly go back to and see your little face.
Sweet. And that other girl was Kelly Martin, who was on ER and Life Goes On.
Get out.
Isn't that crazy?
Gosh, I should have eten those Rice Krispies.
I know. Look at you. There's Kelly Martin and me.
Oh, my goodness. I didn't know that was her.
It's Kelly Martin.
So now, was it any time when you were talking about a kid watching the first time with your brother and seeing TV and stuff like that, and did it ever confuse you as a child when you had to have, like, pretend mom and dad on the set, or your folks were pretty great at keeping it clear?
No, my parents were, like, really cool. I always, like, went to normal high school. I went to normal schools.
Well, you left acting for a while because you tell the audience you saw 90210 or something?
Right. Well, when I was in, I think, like, 8th grade, 90210 was just out, and I thought it was the greatest thing in the world. High school just seemed amazing. And so when I went to high school, I just didn't want to be spending that time sitting on set. So I would go to auditions, but I would pay the quarterback of the football team $20 to take me to an audition, but it was more to spend time with him than it was to get the job. So I didn't really work in high school until my senior year. I had to decide if I wanted to go to USC and continue acting or go to Santa Barbara with all my friends. And my mom basically said, give it a month. If you get a job, go to SC and continue acting. And if not, maybe that was just something you did as a kid and move on with your life. And so I got a Taco Bell commercial, and I decided to go to SC, and then, a year later I got Roswell, and so I've been working since then. And,
what's so wonderful about that story is that your folks really, I mean, so many kids, if they had the rise that you had from 3 years old, working, to stop and go to high school, a lot of kids in this business miss that time.
It's too important. Like, a lot of the stuff, even the acting I do now, when you look at, like, another character and you have that longing for him, you have those experiences in high school that you just cannot have on a set. Because when you're at work, it sort of takes you out of the real life. And so you sort of crave it. So I'm so grateful that my parents were so supportive and let me just go to high school and be a normal kid.
It really is remarkable, because a lot of times, folks will panic and think this is the kid's opportunity. I can't let them get off the treadmill.
Even now, my mom is like, don't work. The show will get it picked up. You'll be back in July. 5 months off. Go have a life.
Excellent advice.
And I want to get a job.
But you worked with Tom Hanks as well, didn't you?
I did.
And, wasn't he the best?
I mean, it was a dream come true. I did a movie with Tom Hanks, Julia Roberts, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Mike Nichols directed it, Charlie Wilson's War. It was the biggest deal. I played jailbait. Anyways, I'm just saying. And then, and so Tom Hanks would be like, jailbait, get in here. And I was like, here I come.
But didn't you work with, you worked with his son.
Right, Colin and I were both on Roswell together.
Right.
And so then when I went to do the table read for Charlie Wilson's War, which was on an entire soundstage at Paramount, and like
all these big stars, yeah.
Julia Roberts, Philip Seymour Hoffman, they all walk in, and I'm just sitting there so nervous. You have like a little place card with your name and your character's name, and Tom Hanks walks in, and he's sitting at the other end of the table. It's totally quiet, and he's just like, you, I know you, congratulations. You have no idea. It made me feel so welcome and so relaxed. He was just a gem. I felt very lucky.
No, I do understand it, because you don't forget that kindness. In those moments where you're so full of fear.
And Julia Roberts, like the last day of work, she could just see that the experience meant so much to me. And when like things, when I wrap a show, I always cry or something happens. It's really dramatic. Such an actor. Anyways, we were all standing in a circle to say goodbye, and they like sing the song. I'd never done it before, but she came over and like held my hand and stood next to me and was like rubbing my back, and it was just so giving to know that I was like young and that this just meant so much to me. It was so generous.
Yeah, Julia's a nice person as well.
Yeah, I don't know, the whole experience.
Yeah, really. But you know, I think the gratitude too is nice to see on you.
Oh, well, thank you.
And how's it going on Life Unexpected? Huge hit.
It's a hit.
How great is that?
Very exciting.
And it's not a reality show.
No! We're so excited.
Yeah, good for you.
Thank you.
Well, congratulations to everybody on the show.
Thank
it's
you.
really nice to see you work and all your success, and well-deserved.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
And thanks for being here. Life Unexpected airs Monday nights on the CW. We'll be right back.